Yes, I made it, Miss Massey, my former teacher. You are like my mom. You are my stage mom. And I want to thank you so much for all the things that you did for me. You exposed me to musicals, and this is why I teach dance. And I have taught dance everywhere. Thanks to you. I often dream about you too. Um, I was gonna say almost every day, but not almost every day. But I do dream about you, and I want to confess that it was like surreal. Like I always thought that that you were still alive in my not in my dream, but in my oh my gosh, how can I explain this? In my in my mind, I thought that you were still alive. And so that's why I want to thank you so much. I brought you some music. I really don't want to talk about anything negative, but I want to just keep you updated onto what's going on in this world right now. Um, I know that you always kept up with the news and everything. I mean, you always like knew everything, even at your how can I put this respectfully? Even at your wise age, you were so wonderful. You just knew everything about everything, which I loved. You never stopped learning. Um, I remember when I invited you to my dance concert, and you were like, "Crumpers? What are those?" And you said that they had some sort of I can't remember. You had some sort of they had some sort of um, problem with their health or something because they were moving so much. But I want to play you this because I really want to thank you because you really exposed me to a lot of musicals. And this was one of my favorites because I believe, let me see, was this my first one? No, this was not my first one, but, or was it? No, it wasn't. But I remember this musical. It was wonderful. So I brought you music so you can hear it again, and this is what I love. And this is, I think, that you're gonna love it. You remember this, Miss Massey? This is from South Pacific. Yes, yes, you exposed us to it. I'll get to what's going on in the world, but please don't be shocked. But I want to confess that I often dream about you. And I don't know if you're trying to tell me something or if you're sending me messages. But yes, I've had my rough times and I've had my downs in this world. But they really didn't bring me down. It's just like a little fit that I get and then it goes away. So I want to thank you very much for all the things that you've done for me. I'm still teaching dance and I'm subbing, and I'll get to that point later. But as of now, I am so glad that I came to visit you. I brought some little food for me because I want to spend like maybe an hour with you. I brought you little stuff so it can stay here. Hopefully nobody will move it and it'll stay. I brought you a little card thanking you again for everything that you've done for me. I miss you a lot. I know you're resting in heaven. And I know that there's a God and I know that there's Jesus Christ. Trust me, I have the faith. And I know that you're resting and you will rest forever. Thank you so much for touching so many lives, but specifically mine. I just love it that I came to see you. I've been wanting to see you for so long. I like I said, I have been dreaming about you for the last since you died in 2008. I have been constantly dreaming about you, specifically about you, Miss Massey. And I guess because you really did support me and love me like a real mother should have loved me and supported me and guided me through my experience of whatever I wanted to be in life. That's what I needed, and I think that that's what you did as a teacher. That's exactly what you did, and I appreciate it. And you hear South Pacific. That's one of your musicals that you loved and that you exposed me to. Today is March 30th, 2018. Wow. 10 years later, 2018. It is a sunny day in Riverside. I'm here just sitting next to your site, 57B 1679. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. Oh my gosh, I am loving it so much. So let me get to what's going on in the world. You will probably be like, what the heck is going on? So anyway, Miss Massey, we have this guy named Trump. He's a rich billionaire, and he is the president of the United States of America. In all what I remember from you talking to me about the 1920s and the 1930s, well, not the 1920s because you were not born then, but I guess because of your knowledge, you used to talk about the 1920s and 30s. But 1940s and 50s, when you were in the military, it came true. Except that it won't work. But it's a terrible world. It's a terrible world we're in right now, especially in the United States of America. Cops, police, cops, they believe that killing African American people or anyone in particular, it's being a hero, or it's being something that they should be respected for. What is the government doing? Oh, nothing. They don't care. They just give excuses. You know, since we poor people can't fight the government and the laws and the local government, then we must do what we must do in order to change it. And I remember your experience with the cops, and I still really remember that. They gave you a ticket, and because you were driving with your former students in the car, they assumed and they told the court that you were having some sort of relationships. You know exactly what I'm trying to say, Miss Massey, and I remember you telling me all of this. But it's gotten worse. And I remember that you won your case. And I can't believe that cops don't even respect military people like yourself. If they knew what you did for this country, they would have never done that to you. They gave you a ticket. They disrespected you. They thought the worst of you. And they took you to court. So, yeah, it's no coincidence that you taught me so many things as an African American woman, and I understand it now. I hope now, and I believe, and I have the faith that these new generations, they're not taking it anymore. And I never took it, and you never took it, because you fought back and you won your case. And I'm fighting, and I'm winning my cases too. Not that I have any bad cases, but I'm just saying. I hope that one day, and I hope soon, we have to change everything, because it's horrible what's going on in this world. It's very horrible. And I wish I was there with you, to be honest, because this is a horrible world. I can't imagine all these little babies growing into this world. The law, it's very, very, very strict, and at the same time, the law is very unjust for the poor people. And like I said earlier, there's so many things that have happened to me, and I'm fighting the system because of that. And trust me, even if I don't win, I'm gonna be heard. That's what you taught me, and that's what I keep on doing. And yes, when there is injustice, we have to talk and speak. And that's what I see the new generations doing more and more and more. And there's a movement going on with high schoolers too, which is a great thing. It is a great thing. We need to change the mindset of this government And I think that this is the only government in the world that does not respect people when they kill them, especially cops when they kill people. It's like, I was doing my job, I was afraid for my life. Just excuses, excuses, and more excuses. But you always told me, focus on the positive, and that's what I've done. I always focus on the positive. I'm always teaching dance. I'm not stopping. I will never stop teaching dance. I'm substituting because they took my position away from the high school. Yeah, they did, but it's okay. I have the faith that I'll get somewhere else a job like the one I did at the high school. And I just love you and thank you for everything. I want to thank you so much for all the things that you've done for me. And this is the soundtrack musical South Pacific, if you remember. Of course you remember, because you taught everybody what we had to. And I want to thank you so much for everything, Miss Massey. I love you. I love you. I love you like a mother. I love you like a mother. I honestly do. I want to thank you so much. And I want to thank you so much for coming into my dreams. I am not joking. I dream about you so often. Every year I think I have dreams, like maybe 5 to 6 dreams, or even more. But they're always the same. They're always about musicals, and we're always working on different projects together and everything. But I mean, you're sending me a message, and I'm trying to decipher what the message is, because every time I dream about you, it's like something different that you're telling me, and I'm getting close to what you're trying to tell me, or you're just telling me not to give up. I think that's what it is. You're just telling me, just keep going, don't give up. What you're supposed to be doing is teaching dance and showing and exploring and making sure that all the generations are exposed to musicals. So I think that that's one of the points that you're trying to make in the dreams. But I love you. I love you so much. And I'm gonna stop this recording because I want to talk to you personally, and I want to make sure that no one hears our private conversation. But I wanted to make this public because I remember what you went through. And even as a veteran, I can't believe what happened to you. With the disrespect of cops stopping you and giving you a ticket and believing that you were doing something really bad. They were very cynical, and they're worst. And even the court systems and the lawyers are very cynical, and they're liars. And the cops are liars too. I think there's only a few, maybe one or two who are really honestly, truly honest, and believe that God is really watching what they do, how they help the community. And I really can't believe that this government don't believe that if you kill someone, it's not a sin. And I really can't believe that killer cops, believe that killing someone is not a sin. I don't know what they're thinking. But I want to thank you for all the things that you always talk to me about. And I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Every time I dream about you, I believe all the things that you always talked about. I want to thank you so much. I love you, and I'm going to stay with you for an hour. I'm just going to stop the recording. Thank you, Miss Massey. Love you.